Now we're cooking with
Gas. Welcome back, everyone.
Amanda's the phoniest bitch I know ever. You would have a red lip on, a beat, all the things, and I have a softball shirt on.
Okay, period. You are a softball mom.
No. Well, I guess yes.
You
Anyway.
are.
And why is your mic fatter than mine?
Fatter?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Wow.
I'm not quite sure.
Okay. Anyway, well, welcome back to Real Quick Dude. Real Quick Dude is on the road this week.
We're on the
Um,
road, baby.
I am in Indianapolis for a tournament. Um, and yeah, for sure.
Okay,
This whole,
well, anyways, back to what we were saying.
yeah,
The next probably next 2.5 weeks, real quick, dude, will be on the road because we're both traveling a ton for softball, baseball, all the things. Shirley's in, where are you, bitch? I don't even know.
Indianapolis.
She's in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
I will be in Nashville next week, so
Oh, okay.
I'm out of
Oh,
here.
we are hitting the United States. It's a mom tour.
Period.
Mom tour. Yeah. So yeah, we're here. We got an Airbnb. We're gonna be here through 4th of July. We are leaving
Okay, Shirley
Sunday.
was just saying that I was fake a minute ago, but actually she's fake as hell because this is gonna be the first 4th of July that we don't spend together in like years.
Probably like 8 years or something
I
crazy
had
like
to go
that.
search. I had to go search high and low for 4th of July plans without you. Because I was like, what am I supposed to do without her?
What are you gonna do?
I think we're gonna go to Aaliyah's house.
Period.
And then the kids really want to swim, so we're probably gonna go to her house for a bit and then come back home and swim. But we're gonna try to keep it super low key because we leave for Nashville 2 days after the 4th, and I just can't be bothered.
Yeah, no. There's nothing worse than like traveling and you feel like your house is not in order. Like,
Oh my God,
welcome to the
don't
Senora
even get me
life.
started.
Literally. Welcome to the
Wait, but
Senora
real
life.
quick,
Yeah.
I had a I had a couple people text me from last week's episode and they were like, "Are you okay?"
Tell the viewers, give them an update. Are you
Okay, so
okay?
I'm here to report. I'm here to
Okay.
report. So
Reporting live.
last week I was so unwell. It was not even funny. I couldn't quite pinpoint what was wrong with me because everything's great in my life.
Hmm.
Um, but so whatever, this week I also was not feeling great. And then I started decluttering. Okay, I started decluttering my house. I cleaned out my makeup vanity. I threw away bags and bags of stuff. I cleaned out, like, I decluttered my whole bedroom basically. I had already decluttered, like, our guest room that, is always a disaster. It's never been cleaner. If one of my kids goes in there, I will literally murder them. But anyways, I decluttered everything, right? Like, cleaned up, like, did all this stuff. And Rick was like, "So are you okay?" Why did I start sobbing uncontrollably?
Eek.
And I was like, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. I guess I can't. And he was just like, okay. And he just sat there and watched me. He was like rubbing my back. I literally was sobbing for like 30 minutes. And then
Amazing.
you know this about me, but I am such a weirdo. Like, it'll take me so long to cry.
You're
And
ready to party.
I'm not good at like showing emotion in the moment. I'm like, it looks like I'm dead inside, but I'm not. So I let it all out, right? Let it all out. And then I literally looked up and I was like, and you know what? Now I feel better.
There it
So
is. You just needed a
I went
quick
to Pilates
cry.
yesterday. I went to bar this morning and now I feel vigorous.
Amazing.
And
You
that's
heard it
mental
here.
illness, baby.
Yes, yes, that is modern mental illness. Also, you heard it here first. Amanda is live and well, alive and well.
I am okay. I'm okay now.
She's wearing a red
I
lip. Yeah,
I just, yeah, exactly. I did my makeup, like, I feel like
period.
okay, period. Like, now I'm okay. Now I can conquer the world. So
Amazing. We love that for her.
for all the people that were like, wow, you looked
No,
not good.
you did. Our codependency is crazy to where like I was unwell as well. unwell as well.
Unwell as well.
Yeah, and I was like so worried about you. I was like praying to the Lord. But we want to hear, we definitely want to hear about your client,
Which one?
the one that gave you the thing.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Oh my God, that was amazing. That was the start of my healing from whatever was wrong with me.
Okay, so if you haven't
But
watched the episode last week, Amanda was talking about how just in a funk she was about work, and guess what happened the next day? I'm gonna hand it over.
okay, so I went to my closing the next day, and I've talked about this on the podcast before, and I'll get more like, I feel like I don't give much detail, but I will eventually. I feel like we need an entire episode to talk about like anxiety and depression.
100%. We're
Because I'm
experts in that space.
sure are.
We sure are.
um but I've talked a little bit about how like my anxiety won't ever let me be great. So I will freak out before closings and I'm like, my clients hate me. I'm gonna get like cussed out at this closing. And I this particular client, we it was a really, really, really difficult transaction. Like I haven't had one that hard in a really long time. But we go for the final walkthrough, and I had like a little gift for her. And she goes, "Oh, honey, I have something for you." And I was like, "Something for me?" And it was like this really cute little box. Like, oh, the wrapping paper was so cute. I kept it, of course.
I love a good
Um,
wrapping paper.
but she
Love
was
it.
like, "People, I know you do." I was like trying not to tear it, and she was like, "Rip it open."
No, you
I was
can't.
like, "No, I can't." But before I opened it, she was like, I just want to first tell you what this is. And I was like, okay. And oh, it was the cutest thing that has ever happened to me. She was like, it's a vintage sterling silver Tiffany and Co. pen. And
Period.
yeah, so she has owned her own really successful business for over 30 years. And she was saying that when she was starting out her business, she had a mentor and her mentor gifted her this pen. And she said it was such like a special moment for me. And she's like, I keep it in my desk. And she's like, and I've only used it like a handful of times. She's like, I only pull it out if like there's something really special I want to write. And so she was like, I don't have daughters of my own. She started crying. I was like,
Your client crying is bonkers, but okay,
it
proceed.
was crazy. She was like, I don't have daughters, but this is like a pass the torch. She was like, you're such a great businesswoman. You're going to be so successful. Like, your tenacity and spirit throughout this transaction was just, you put in so much work for us. And it was just the sweet. She went on, and I was like in shock. And she was like, I hope that you accept this the way that I mean it. Like, she's like, I really want you to understand how I'm trying to give this to you. And she's like, I hope you don't think it's tacky that it's like, I was like, girl, are you crazy? Absolutely not. So I started crying because I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And she was like, you can sell it if you want, honey. I was like, I will never sell this. Are you crazy? Why would I ever part with this? So I have it now. And I'm so excited about it. It was
That's
the
so
sweetest
sweet.
thing. She put
It's
some life back into me.
a period. And I literally told you so. I hate to tell you I told you so, but I told you so. Literally, I'm sure that happened like 24 hours after we had our
Yeah,
discussion, but
literally.
it goes to show when like we're really hard on ourselves or down, I feel like the universe or the Lord is like, baby girl, you are
Yeah.
doing just the right things. You are doing
Yeah.
everything that you should be doing. You're in the right place at the right time. But I think, unfortunately, anxiety and depression humbles you because, boy, it is a roller coaster. So I'm happy
Okay,
you
so
had that
part of
moment.
yeah, and again, I don't want to get too deep into it on this episode because I do want us to have like a dedicated episode to this topic. But I was telling Ricky, like when I finally started crying and kind of like letting it out, I was explaining to him that if you've never experienced anxiety, I think it's really hard to comprehend what it is or what it feels like. But I have literally had anxiety since I was a kid. I remember I would explain to my mom like how I was feeling, and she was like, "What?" And I remember one day she was like, "Amanda, like that's anxiety. What are you anxious about?" And I was like, "Oh, now I know the word for it." But I have literally struggled with it since I was a kid, and anyways, whatever. So I battled through it, right? Like really struggled with it when my kids were a lot younger, and I was like kind of a shell of myself for many years. And so it's been like 2 weeks that I started feeling that way again. And I think the reason it hit me even harder is because I was like, wait, I'm feeling how I felt years ago, and I'm no longer that person. And it started scaring me. And I was like, oh no, I can't go back to like
Mhm.
that type of intense anxiety. There's no way I can deal with that again. And it also, like, when I was crying, I was explaining to Ricky, like, it's also crazy to me that I used to feel this way all the time. So I was kind of crying of like, also being like, wow, what a difference
Yeah, all the work
in
you did.
who I am now versus who I was a couple years ago.
Yeah,
And it was more so like I think the stress of feeling that way after not feeling that way for so long was causing it even more intensely. You know, the feelings were more intense.
which I think
But
it is valid. So valid.
I'm back, baby.
She's back. She's got a red lip on. She's got a contour. Her cheeks are off the fucking charts. No, I'm glad. I'm really, really happy you're feeling better.
Yeah.
Yes, we will get more in depth on anxiety and just our different approaches and how we've handled it throughout
Yeah.
life. I have my very, very, very specific experiences with anxiety, which is funny, just even me traveling with the girls and the dog.
Mm-hmm.
I was leaving work on not, oh my gosh, how long have I been here? I don't even know. I left, what's today? Today's,
Today's Thursday. Wait,
no, today's
Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Oh my God, today's Thursday. That's crazy.
It's the holiday. Okay,
It's
tomorrow's
not, yeah.
4th of July. Yeah. Okay. I was leaving work Tuesday because, like, one, because I am going into the office so much, I hadn't really packed. I packed all the girls' stuff, whatever. I'm like, oh my gosh. Um, People are slapping meetings on my calendar, asking questions. I'm trying to leave for the day. Mind you, I know I have a crazy commute. It took me an hour and 45 minutes to get home. And I took a meeting from the car, like this meeting that I had to be a part of. Anyway, I'm like anxious all the way home. I'm like not okay. I'm anxious on the ride. I have Benny on me. You know, the girls and I don't travel too much, obviously,
Yeah.
because of Maddie, and I just could not shake the anxiety, honey. And I take a lot of, natural supplements such as Prozac. I take, just kidding. I think it's Lexapro. I don't even know what I take, but either way, even that was like fighting inside of my body for its life. Like it was crazy work. So I hear you, dude. But again, I'm happy you're feeling better. I'm feeling better today. I am ready to watch Yanni play. It literally brings me the most joy. But I had to work yesterday, so I had to miss her games yesterday. I was at this house pretty much all day.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, it's crazy out here in
Well,
the
that's my
streets.
life.
And that's my life. I also had like a really, really, really weird dream.
Oh God.
And it was like a dream where I woke up and I was like, what kind of stupid shit was that? Like it was
Hmm.
just so dumb. And I was texting my friends about it and I was telling them what the dream was. And I was like, isn't that so dumb? And Susie was like, you should ask ChatGPT what that means.
Oh God.
Girl, ChatGPT ate my ass up.
Um, you're being very vague right now. We need to know what's
Why
happening.
pay for therapy when ChatGPT?
Honestly, canceling my session next week right now. I need to hear about
Okay,
this.
I'm gonna tell this and it's so embarrassing.
I can't wait.
I'm doing it for the plot for the pod.
Mm.
Okay. I had a dream.
Oh God.
I had a dream that or I was in mom and dad's upstairs bathroom at our childhood home.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Alrighty. Mm-hmm.
I'm in there with I'm in there with Sydney Sweeney,
Oh my
Megan
God.
Fox,
Is this a
Megan
porn?
Fox, and Amanda Seyfried. And there was like two other people there, but I couldn't. remember who they were. But okay, we're in this bathroom, and why is Sydney Sweeney tearing me up?
What
And
do you
she's
mean?
like,
Sexually?
Shirley, no.
Oh, I really thought
That
this
would
was
have
gonna
been
be
a
like some.
lot. That would have been a lot better. She
She's
was
tearing
like,
you up.
no. Sydney Sweeney
She's
was
tearing
like,
you up with her bath soap.
no. She was like, you fat, ugly, dumb bitch. And
Oh
in
my
my dream, I was
God.
like, I literally in my dream, I don't like confrontation. So in my dream, I'm like, oh, what's wrong? Like, what's the matter? Why are you talking to me like this? And she's just like going in on me and telling me that I'm trash and that
Well,
I'm
you were
hideous. I
great in
should.
Euphoria. Oh my God, we loved
She
your
was like,
tits.
no, she was literally, she was like, you
Literally,
shouldn't even be
iconic.
speaking to me. She was like, you're so ugly, you shouldn't even be speaking to me. And I was like, oh my God.
Oh
So then
my
Megan
God.
Fox and Amanda Seyfried are defending me.
Oh, period.
And yeah,
That's a
they're
great
defending
team.
me. Sydney Sweeney ends up leaving, and Megan Fox and Amanda Seyfried are like, don't worry, she's a bitch. And I was like, okay. They're like,
Right.
don't listen to her. Like, it's all okay.
She's selling soap. Yeah, I'd be saying
Yeah.
crazy shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I put this dream into ChatGPT and it was like, oh my gosh, I have the screenshots. I wonder, I don't want to exit because I don't want it to mess up, but
Well, no, you can
they
you can put it in later, but tell us
I'll
the
put it in later,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
the screenshots were crazy. It was basically saying like I'm going through a moment where I'm like really insecure and having self-doubt. And
Oh
like
my God.
that Sydney Sweeney was like my inner monologue of like how I'm feeling about myself. And that Megan Fox and Amanda Seyfried are like this other part of me, or it was like, or people that you may be close to that love you and that like push you
Yeah.
like kind of out of your funks and stuff. It was basically, dude, I sent it to Susie and she was like, I got chills reading that because of how I know how you've been feeling
Yeah.
based off of like the last podcast and everything. So I was like, oh my God, ChatGPT said, hold my beer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Traffic
psychoanalyze you
GPT
right
said,
now.
I'm gonna start being prophetic. Oh, I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. That's crazy work. That's crazy work, bro.
It was really crazy though, and I was like, oh my God, I thought this was gonna be like funny, or I thought it was gonna be like, you're an idiot, go to bed. Um, but no, they ate me up.
But honestly, the fact that your inner self was Sydney Sweeney, like, oh, pop the fuck off. Like, that's crazy.
No, that's
And
crazy word.
no, no, no. It's
It was like Sydney Sweeney represents like maybe someone that you think is like top tier, like in
you
terms of like
do.
beauty standards, or someone that you think you like the beauty standard that you might feel you have to live up to subconsciously. And I was like, first of all, I'm Puerto Rican. I
Right.
was like, my subconscious couldn't throw me a Latina somewhere. I mean, I understand.
Right. I guess, well,
Or
I guess.
someone that I just like relate more to, you know what I mean? I mean, Sydney Sweeney, I mean,
Your
she's
dream,
beautiful, but
your dream said, don't put yourself in a box. You could be whatever you want to be.
I
I'm
guess
gonna put that
so.
into ChatGPT. Okay.
I guess so. But
Honestly,
yeah,
that's iconic. That's iconic. You're like
it was.
my inner self is Sydney Sweetie. I hate myself. The fuck out of here. This bitch is everywhere.
It
Ooh,
was.
I honestly, I think that's iconic. So right now she's an actress, she's an entrepreneur, she's doing all, it makes sense. Honestly, iconic. Fuck it up. You're
Does it make
everywhere.
sense? I thought it
Yeah,
made no
absolutely.
sense at all.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
anyways.
that's awesome.
Anyways, guys, this is a mental health podcast and we're doing better. Oh, well,
Yeah.
Shirley isn't, but
You're
we'll.
again, all the natural supplements I take, such as gabapentin. The code is real quick, dude is okay.
Do you think Lexapro would sponsor us?
They really should. Hey, I've been going strong for 2 years. I don't know if it's Lexapro or Prozac. Is it the same thing? Comment and let us know, or I can just go look at my prescription bottle. But um, okay, well, pop the fuck off. I think it's huge progress. See what a week can do? A
I
week
know it's
in
crazy. And
time,
I actually, it was like playing in my head that you were like, next week you're gonna come back and you're gonna say, and I'm like, yeah, that's
and you heard it on last week's episode first. If you watched it, if you haven't watched it yet, I hate you. Just kidding.
no,
Love you.
literally.
What is the thing? Love you, mean it, hate you. Just kidding. Something like that.
What are you talking
I'm
about?
watching Ginny and Georgia right now. Obsessed.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I got that.
I have not watched it. But I do have something I want to talk to you about that I watched.
All right. What did you watch?
How do we feel? First of all, growing up, we were obsessed with Ashanti. Have you watched the show?
I have not, and here I'll tell you why.
Okay,
Um, so Ashanti and I, we're best friends. No,
there we
Alex
go.
and I wish. Alex and I love Ashanti. We bonded over her very early on into our relationship. Like we have the same type of taste in music, and because of that, we promised that we would not watch that show without each other. And so, because we've been on the
Oh,
road and working and all the things, I haven't been able to watch it, but I have watched the clip that you sent me, and I literally cannot wait to watch it. Oh, look, I
okay,
have a
but I
dental
have.
appointment Monday, July 7th. Okay, cool. It just popped up
Oh,
on my
okay.
screen. Forgot.
I have thoughts though, because there is a very controversial clip with the show that's going around right now. First of all, I think that their rapport is so funny and cute.
Well,
Like you
they've
can
been
just tell,
dating on and off for like 5,000 years.
yeah. So you can just tell they're like comfortable with each other. You can tell that they have like such a good like back and forth.
Banter.
But but it's controversial because he on the show said like, they have a baby, and he was
Yeah.
like, I'm not changing diapers. And he was like, gosh, well, because she was like, well, why do you just continue to sleep when you hear the baby crying
Oh,
at
I did
night?
see this.
And he was like, well, until he can walk and talk, that's your problem, basically. And he was like, I'm not changing any
What a
diapers.
douchebag.
Now, there's a lot of back and forth on the internet I saw regarding it. And I saw this terrible take. So I want to go over this terrible take.
Okay.
Somebody's take was, I don't know what you guys are tripping about. In relationships, there's always some things that one partner does and things that the other partner does. It's called give and take, it's called whatever. And someone literally compared it to like, oh, are you going to be mad when Ashanti never has to throw out the trash because Nelly throws it out? Now, what the hell that got to do with
Bitch,
anything? Because number one, they're fucking rich. Neither one of them are throwing out the trash.
they don't even know
So
where
your
the
point's
trash is
already
at.
your
Right.
your point's already exactly. They've never seen the trash bins. Okay, they don't even know where those are. That's number one. But number two, how the hell are you gonna compare throwing out the trash to your child, your literal child?
Give and take is crazy work. Throwing out the trash, like honestly, that person, is it a man or woman? It's a man.
I want to say, I think it was a man,
It was a
but
man. He
I
lives
saw
in his mom's basement, has never had his
No,
pee
but
pee
I saw
touched.
a lot of women agreeing with him. I saw a lot of women agreeing
Ew.
with him. And I was like, if your man is useless, just say that, babe. Because what do you mean you're not going to change our literal child? You're telling me I just gave birth. I just created a human body for 9 months, sacrificed my body, sacrificed all these things, and you can't change a diaper?
And she was at Festival of the Lakes not last year, the year before, right? We saw her.
Yes, we saw her live.
Right.
It
Out here
wasn't great.
putting it. It
It
wasn't
wasn't great.
great, but I
I
mean,
hated it.
Ashanti.
You know that Nicki Minaj clip where she's like, I hate your outfit. That's how I felt when she came on stage. I was like, Ashanti, baby, you can do better than that. You're fine as hell. What are you doing? Fire your
Almost a
stylist. Hire me.
honestly, yeah. You know what? Yeah.
In
It
my
just goes
next
to
stream,
show.
it's gonna be Ashanti. Like, fuck you. You
And there's gonna be
ugly.
nobody backing you up. Damn. Ashanti, if you're watching this, I love you.
We love you.
Your first CD is the first CD I ever purchased in my life. I had a really cute Slug Bug Beetle radio. Do you remember that? It was silver.
No, I blocked a lot out.
Someone gifted me a car Slug Bug radio, and it had a CD player in it, and I would play Baby, 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 that whole song in a little
Oh my
Slug
God,
Bug
because first of all, he's like a lighter to my cigarette. Fucking eight.
8. And I was like 10. I was like, yeah, he is the lighter to my cigarette. I've never
No.
smoked a cigarette in my life. Never and would never. It can't be me.
Okay.
Anyway, So no, so long story short, 15 minutes later, I have not watched the show, but I'm looking forward to it. And honestly, fuck Nelly. He hasn't done shit.
No, really. Well, and she was like, "Oh my God," and then you're gonna be going on tour and stuff. Why? Come on, help her out. Change a couple diapers. He said that kid ain't my problem until he can walk and talk. That's crazy work. Divorce, babe. Divorce.
They're not even married, are they? They're
Are
married?
they? I think they're married.
I thought they were just engaged. I don't know. Who knows?
Oh, my kids are opening doors after I specifically asked them not to.
First of all, they could care less about real quick, dude.
Yeah, they don't care. Their Nuggets new thing is saying don't care.
Oh
And
yeah,
that's
that's
how
that.
anyways, I miss you. I feel like I
I
haven't
know.
spoken to you.
The fact that I have to find out that your inner self is Sydney Sweeney on a fucking virtual podcast is so fucking nuts. That should have been an immediate voice note. Immediate. As soon as you woke up.
Well, I have been like, I have to save things for the pod. So I
Oh,
don't know if you saw in our notes app, but I put talk about my dream,
I
talk about
honestly,
Nelly and Ashanti and how useless Nelly is.
yeah. The whole mattress bit was hilarious. He said, get up off these people's bed. I was dead. I was like,
Dude,
honestly,
I
that's
was dead. He said, "What?" And I know that's right. I would be the same way.
Alex would be on the same shit. He'd be like,
No,
absolutely no.
Ricky could never be rich. He would be the most ignorant rich person anyone has ever seen.
I love how Rick sometimes
I would say we're
sings
middle
things.
class and that he's already ignorant, so I can't even imagine.
Yeah, for sure. I think Alex is like he still thinks that we're on food stamps or something. He like does not. He does not.
Ricky's like, let's have another tomahawk. God. No, Ricky would be on some Marie Antoinette, let them eat cake type shit.
No, Alex is like, where is the free cake? He is so like we are so opposite in that sense. The one thing that we're not the same on is like I don't like to spend money to go out to eat. I really don't. And this boy thinks we have unlimited funds.
Okay,
If he could eat out like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, he would. And I'm like, dude, have you ever heard of DoorDash? Like once in your life. Have you ever heard of I don't even know what? It's
I don't
ridiculous.
even know why Alex would bother going out to eat with you because I've told you this before and I'm going to say it again. Shirley is horrible to go out to eat with. You're not fun. Dinner's supposed to be fun.
That's crazy. I
Shirley's
am.
not fun. She's not fun to go out to eat with. She is like, like all those TikToks. My friends and I send them to each other all the time of like, this and yap, and it's like ordering multiple appetizers. It's like, let's split, like, let's get this, let's get that. Shirley will go and be like, um, let's see how many calories. Okay,
Wow.
do you guys have where the calories are? And then
Honestly, I have a gripe with that. Wine bottles, where are the nutritional motherfucking facts? I need to know how many calories I'm drinking because I
she
will drink an entire
sucks.
bottle of wine by
She
myself.
sucks. No, you're terrible. If I'm out to eat, okay, fuck the calories. That's not what I'm here for. You know what I'm here for. I'm here to eat some good ass food. I want an appetizer. I want a little this, a little that. But you go out to eat with Shirley and then all of a sudden you're feeling guilty. I'm like, oh my God,
No,
I guess I will just order a little soup and a salad because
no.
Shirley's gonna judge me when I order this fucking ravioli.
Oh my God, that's
So
crazy. I love a life
no, she's
balance
horrible.
menu. Hey, I love a life balance menu. Give me the lunch portion. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, this is an example. This is a perfect example. I told Josie this story and she was like, jail to Shirley immediately.
Fuck you guys.
Josie was here. We ordered Chipotle. Our orders are very similar. I'm like, okay, period. We got chips to share, some queso. Shirley, one time I got Chipotle with her and I thought I was gonna freaking jump off the roof of my house
Wow, that's
because
crazy.
this bitch ordered just brown rice and barbacoa. That's it.
I was in my wanna be
That's
really
it.
skinny
Nothing else.
era. It was
That's
fire.
nothing else.
N-
I
Well,
was I was shook, honey.
it depends on like how I'm feeling about my weight. And honestly, that's a gripe that I have with like turning 30 is like I could look at a piece of cake and immediately I gained 15 pounds. It's so absurd. Like immediately. And here's how I know why. Okay. I have this thing where like I will buy clothes and it just happened. Like on this trip, I bought these shorts 3 years ago and have never worn them from H&M. And on this trip, I was like, oh my God, I lost weight again. I bet you they fit me. At the time where I got them, they barely fit me. I thought I was that size. Body dysmorphia is a bitch. And then now, 3 years later, they're big on me, but it's doable. So again, it's because like once you're 30, God forbid you want to have a fucking cheeseburger, it's gonna go into your thighs just like Squidward. It's so terrible. This is why I'm like, okay, what are the calories?
Then she'll do this other really not fun thing where she'll take
Oh,
2 bites of her food and then she's like, "Oh, I'm full." And I'm like, "Baby, I'm
but
just
then you
getting
save it,
started." So,
but then you save it for leftovers. It's great.
oh my God. And then Shirley will be like, "These leftovers are going to last me for 4 days." And then I really want to punch
Mhm.
her in the face.
No, literally. Like if you go
I'm
to
like, "Let's not go out to eat together. Let's not. Well, let's
that's
not."
well, fuck you. But I love an appetizer drink type of that's my vibe. I thrive in that environment.
I do love I love an appetizer. So yes, I'll do an appetizer and a drink, but this is the other thing. If we're drinking, I have to eat because otherwise
Right.
RIP to myself. So but you're just like, I'm thriving off of these 2 shrimp I had as an appetizer.
Yeah, well, I mean, let's no. I go through my moments where I'm like really, really eating. I just went through that like 2 weeks ago and now I'm back to um water, please. Water, thank you.
That's crazy.
How is that crazy? I'm trying to, again,
Well,
now that you're an adult, like, I don't want to be fat. I'm not going to wear a muumuu. It's just not going to be me. I'm not going to be the mom at the quinceañera with the sparkly top and the flowy dress at the bottom. It's not going to be me. If my kids get married, I am not going to be wearing the scrunched up in the middle and all the beads at the top. It's not going to be me. It's
we
never
talk
going to
a
be me.
lot. We talk a lot about quinceañera dresses.
Do we?
I feel like we talk about quinceañera dresses more than the average person for sure.
Because I feel like it's such an indication of like, who you
It's
are. Like, are you gonna be the classy mom? You know what I mean? They're
yeah,
like, wow. Or are you gonna be like, oh my God, she wears a muumuu at home. I'm not wearing a
yeah,
muumuu. No, thank you.
yeah. No, I mean I get it. I mean, listen, I never make better decisions out eating than when I'm with you because I don't want to be judged. So it helps me in that sense. But
Bitch,
like,
what are you talking about? Alex is the type of person where like he eats everything on his plate. Like if we go out to breakfast and we have like he's like, let me get mama's fucking grand slam breakfast. He's eating the mama, the grand, and the slam. He's eating all of it. And for me, I'm just like, how do you even do that? So, and I don't judge him. I'm just like, pop the fuck off, babe, and I'm gonna have a BLT. Period.
oh my God, I love a BLT in the
Love a
morning. If
BLT.
I'm, first of all, I hate breakfast. So like when
Same,
we go out to eat, yeah. If we
same.
go for breakfast, I'm either having a cheeseburger or a BLT because
Period.
you can miss me with these eggs and sausage. I'm good on that.
No, unless I'm like really, really like in my fitness era, I want the best BLT that's not gonna fuck up the roof of my mouth. Like,
Oh my
and
God, I know.
I don't want an entire head of lettuce inside my BLT. Like that is so nasty, so rude when restaurants do that. And don't
True.
ask me, don't ever bring me a club. When I say BLT, I mean a motherfucking BLT. I don't mean a 8-story fucking sandwich that I'm never gonna eat, that I have
A
to
BLT
deconstruct to
tower.
eat. Yeah,
I
BLT.
I I hate that shit. When I see a club walking out, I'm like, fuck. Why do I want literally a fucking Lego stack of BLT? I just want a regular BLT.
Bitch, the people that invented the pyramids invented the BLT Grand Slam Club. Like, who the fuck? It's, I'm holding my phone because I was not prepared for this, but your mouth could never.
Yeah.
You'd be like, how could you ever eat all that? Or even open your mouth to do so?
Okay, there's a girl, there's
It's
a girl
very
I follow
odd.
on TikTok who makes sandwiches. Have you seen her? Let's make a sandwich. Have you seen her?
No. No, I have not seen her.
Okay, well, she makes these sandwiches that look, in theory, so freaking banging. But every time you never see her actually bite down on it. You just see once the bite's taken and then she's chewing it. I'm like, you're not really biting down on
She
that
probably
because I
has a
know
fork, a knife,
the roof of her mouth must be so cooked because the
cooked.
sandwich is like this big and then she like toast it's like this thick ass bread and I'm just like the roof of your mouth must hate to see you coming. Like
Hate to see you coming. I'm always
that's
like,
terrible.
whether it's cereal, toast, a sandwich, like my BLT bread better not be brown. She better be a little light so that I can eat for the next couple of days, perhaps.
Yeah, and if the roof of my mouth is injured in any way, then I'm gonna make it everybody's problem until it heals.
Um, Reporting live, the roof of my mouth right now is injured, and I don't even know why. See, being over your 30s. Oh, because I had a fucking granola bar for breakfast yesterday. A granola bar destroyed the roof of my mouth, and now I am eating like a 6 month old. Like I have just gums. It's so bad.
If anything's wrong with my teeth, and you know what? I literally go everywhere with like the little floss, like toothpick things.
Absolute. I made sure to pack some. I didn't
And
pack a stand
if
for
I'm
this
in a
podcast.
situation, poor Ricky has had to deal with this many a time where I don't have them with me and there's something stuck in my tooth and I can't focus on anything else. I'm not listening to what we're talking about. The entire time I'm planning my exit strategy to go find something to fucking take this food out. There's nothing worse on the face of this earth to me than having food stuck in my teeth, which is another reason I can't do Naked and Afraid because these people
Right.
bite into this meat and then they have like little sticks that are dirty and they're like trying to pick their teeth. Take me out.
Instant root canal is going to be needed if I go out naked and afraid and get something stuck in my teeth. And also, I am exactly the same way. Like, if you notice, I think in some of our podcasts, you see me going like this because I feel stuff in my teeth. And
Yeah.
it's the same for me. So I literally packed my little flosser thingies. I have an electric flosser, and I'm not going anywhere with anything stuck in my teeth. In fact, one time I was going somewhere and I had something in my teeth. I had to stop at CVS just to get an entire pack of those fucking things because I was like, I refuse to walk into this person's house with there being something in my teeth. That's
No,
disgusting.
one time we were like all this was like so long ago, but we were like all at my house, all my friends, everybody was at my house drinking. And girl, this was like back in the day. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. Something was stuck in my tooth. I was like in the bathroom, like ripping it apart, looking for floss. I couldn't find it. Like we were out. I left my house with everybody there, like raging and drinking. And I was like, I can't focus on anything except I have to get to a 24-hour Walgreens immediately,
That's
find
crazy work.
toothpick, floss, and get this situation out of here because I was like miserable. I was like,
Crazy.
and I won't come back if I can't get this out. And I meant it.
Period. And I thought I was psychotic for that, but I guess, I'm not.
No,
That
I literally feel
runs in the
like
family.
internal like my internal monologue is like full on panic when there's something stuck in my teeth. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
like if I'm talking to someone, it might as well be just on mute if I have something stuck in my tooth, okay? Cannot
Yeah, I'm not
concentrate.
listening to you. Yeah, I can't focus and I don't give a fuck what you're saying. There's something stuck in my tooth.
Literally, what you're telling me can certainly wait. It's like
Yeah.
Robin when she got like the poppy seed. She's like, she got the poppy seed at
Yeah,
yes.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
That is that's the feeling.
Welcome to our podcast where we talk about
Absolutely fucking nothing.
absolutely nothing.
Not
And that's on
not a
period.
not a goddamn thing. Yeah, that is on very much period. So tomorrow you're gonna go to Leah's house. Wow. Betrayal is crazy. You couldn't come
You
to
betrayed
Indy?
me first. Uh, you want me to drive to Indy before I'm supposed to drive to Nashville? Girl.
Is it
Bah.
on your way? No.
No, and listen, when I'm in Nashville, I'm not taking my laptop. and I
Ooh,
am gonna take multiple books and I am ready to relax. That's what I'm ready for.
amazing. Love that. Love
I
that for
am
you.
staying with one of my baseball friends though, where you got like an Airbnb with them, and I'm scared for my life because they're
Yeah.
ragers and she's a bad influence on me, okay? She's like, "Should we have a drink?" And I'm like, "We absolutely should."
Mind you,
And
you and I have been drunk together maybe 5 times in our life, which is crazy work. Either
well,
I'm
because
really
I feel
drunk
like
or you're drunk. We just take turns. We cannot be drunk
yeah, we
together.
definitely take turns. I feel like if everyone around me is getting drunk, I get stressed out and I have to be like the sober one because I just want to make sure everybody's okay.
Yeah, I've been
But
drunk
then
with
there's
Rick more
rare
than I've been with
times,
you.
yeah, but then there's rare times where I'm like, I don't care about anybody else, and then I get hammered. But then when I get drunk, I feel like everyone in my life is like, well, then we really can't be drunk.
No, I'm like,
I
this
feel
is
like you
Amanda's
and
time to
Ricky really
shine.
tighten up when I'm
Yeah,
drunk.
I'm like, look
Ricky
at
and
her go.
Shirley will like, if I am like in a rage mood where I'm like, I'm gonna drink today, I feel like they really slow down and they just laugh at me the whole time. And through
You
my
got,
like drunken state, I'm like, I know y'all are laughing at me.
we just really love to enjoy seeing you let loose because you're such a tight ass most of the time.
I am a really uptight person. I went to get,
You are
I remember
uptight.
Josie was giving me a facial. And they like massage your shoulders, and she was like, "Oh my God." Mind you, this is my best friend in the world. She's the one giving me a facial. She's an esthetician. And she was like, "Can you fucking relax?" She's like, "What are you so tense for?" I'm like, "This is me literally 24/7. This is as
Yeah.
relaxed as I can get."
Oh, don't come in. Okay. Yeah, like the nail lady, she would slap my hand. She's like, okay, relax now. And just smack the fuck out
Um,
of my hand.
that's why I had to stop going to get my nails done at salons because that's never been relaxing to me. I've never enjoyed the
Oh, I love a
experience.
pedicure. I love a
I no,
pedicure.
I absolutely hate it. I'm so tense in there. I know they all hate me. I know they're all talking about me in their language.
Oh my.
It's not a relaxing, fun experience. I hate it so much. So I stopped going and I taught myself how to do them at home. Does it take me 6 hours? Absolutely. Am I ever going to go back to the salon? Never. You couldn't
Mm,
pay me to go to the salon.
I've been
I
very
to
tempted
what?
to go back.
I hate it.
It's not that I hate it, it's just that it's literally a car payment a month. And again, as we mentioned, I don't know what's going on in the world.
No, I absolutely hate it. And they just act like everything, like I'm like, oh my God, first of all, I'm paying $1 gazillion for the most basic manicure of my life. And I'll be like, oh, do you think you could do a little? They're like, what? Like if you ask them to do
They're like
anything,
polka
they're like, oh.
dots? Are you kidding me?
One time I asked for a heart on one of my nails, like just a little heart. And the guy was like, that's the hardest thing you could ask me to do. I was like a little heart, just one single heart on one finger. And he's like, that's so hard. And then he's like, I'll try it. But I was like, no, well, now, never mind. Ho. I mean, you just scared the shit out of me that the hardest thing, that's crazy work.
A heart is wild. But then you like find your like nail lady. You're like, oh, I want her. Because
I
I've
only
had
have,
ladies that pop the fuck off.
no, I only have an eyebrow lady. I feel like every time I leave the nail salon, I'm like, oh, this isn't really what I wanted. This morning, and Katie was there and she was tucking away, and I thought of you.
I was gonna say, did she talk about me at all? Or
She did not talk about you, and
I
I
hate
have
it.
to say that I have to say, since that class that you and I took together, it hasn't, no other class has been as sexual as that one. So I really feel like the universe was trolling us.
Dude, I tell you, like, no matter what, girls are into me, and I just mind my own business. It's true. You cannot say it's not true. It's so fucking true.
Shirley is so delusional because this poor bar instructor literally did nothing,
You
not
said,
even a nothing to insinuate that she was into Shirley, but Shirley would not stop sexualizing the class.
oh my God,
And
Amanda.
I couldn't even look her way. It was not a productive workout. I was like, we're done with this.
First of all, you just said that it has not been as sexual since.
You know what? That
The
day was
comment,
that day I was like, what is happening? Because they were having us do all these moves that I was like, this is intense for bar.
So
She was like,
you're
and now
proving my
throw that ass in
point.
a circle.
And I was like, the whole time.
She's like, now make it clap. And I was like, oh my God, really?
I was like, oh my God, I'm so glad I've been practicing the mirror at home for this. Again, well, anyway, I'm gonna go back and we'll see. We have to like on purpose book that class together and see how it goes. And then I don't
Yeah.
know. It's just gonna prove my point.
You know
I'm
what?
telling
Today's
you.
class was so hard. Josie was in there, but usually Josie and I will like stare at each other and laugh because it's really hard. And
Yeah,
but today was so hard that we didn't make eye contact once. We were so focused on like trying not, well, me personally, I was really focused on trying not to throw up. So
yeah,
I was like, I can't look at Josie. I have bigger fish to fry, you know?
literally, literally. But yeah, that one class I just could it couldn't be serious because I was like, is anybody else feeling the way I'm feeling right now?
Shirley and I literally, we can't do anything together because we'll just laugh. Like even if it's supposed to be serious, we used to be when we would have like church and we would, church is serious.
You had to laugh through that. That was painful.
Church is serious, and Shirley and I would have to go. There would be times where Shirley would write little notes to me and like slide them over, and I would have to like race downstairs to the bathroom, and I would be in there. I would like turn on the sink so no one could hear me, and I would be cackling in there, like could not breathe, laughing so hard because we just can't.
We could have invented a show about church like The Office, and I would have just been looking into the camera like, are you catching this? Because it was
That
literally
would have been
like a
good.
comedy.
Yeah, that
It
would have been
was
good.
it was literally like a comedy. The things that happen at church sometimes were crazy. Let's shift over into a little bit of pop culture. Did you catch up on Love Island? Because I have a hot take on that.
Okay, I didn't, and it's because I
Get out of here.
realized. Ricky canceled our Peacock subscription. And I was
It's
definitely
five
trying to find ways to
dollars.
illegally find it online, but I couldn't.
Oh,
I was on Reddit like, Love Island. No, I know, but we got rid of like most of our TV subscriptions because we're trying to be better people. But for the most part, I know what's going on. So tell me your hot take.
okay. So it's funny because before I saw this TikTok, and I'll be that person that's like, I don't know who the person is, but I am giving you credit, guy with the face in the car, because exactly what he said, I have been thinking for such a long time.
Wait, how are you giving him credit if you're just referring? I don't know who you're talking about. You said the guy in the car
And
with a bass?
with the face, yes, he has a face, he has a car, and I reposted it, so I did give him credit. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, okay, so I've always thought about like, can you believe people willingly go to Love Island, relinquish their phones? They don't know, there's no clocks, there's no time. They don't even know really what day it is. They also have to wake up whenever they turn on the lights for them. They have to go to sleep whenever they say it's time to go to sleep. Um,
How can Benny be virtually harassing me?
he's trolling you. Go be free. Okay, so they also like they film like into like 4 o'clock in the morning. So
Ew.
Jeremiah was saying in one of the podcasts that he attended, he's like, we're always like lacking sleep, we're lacking sleep. And they are not allowed to, on the days that they have off, I think they have 1 day off a week. They are not allowed to like talk about anything. They only like sit there and watch movies. And it's a very controlled environment. And so like this guy was saying like it's such like a social experiment because if you like we think it's haha fun and we love the drama, but like even like the milk challenge, that's disgusting and humiliating. You're
Yeah.
literally like allowing, first of all, milk's gotta be fucking sub-zero for me to even think about drinking it. They're literally in Fiji. It's hot as balls. And they're like spitting milk into each other's mouth, and it's very like, I don't know, humiliating and all the things. So I saw a comment on the TikTok that was like, A few years from now, it's going to be like, Sir, I survived Love Island. But
Mhm.
obviously, people do it because they want to become influencers, because all of the things, and so it's not like they're not getting something out of it, but like at what cost? It is weird. It is weird. Like we love the drama, but when you like dissect it, you're like, oh, that's kind of fucked up. I don't know.
No, 100%. But I feel like that's what we say. Like even now, like people always talk about America's Next Top Model and like what a disaster it was. And all the girls have come out and said like, yeah, like sometimes we were lacking food, we were lacking water. Again, it's on their schedule. We're not allowed to watch TV. We're not allowed to like do anything outside of just like living in this house with these other people. So I think most reality shows are like humiliating. And of course, they want to create the perfect conditions for drama, for something crazy to happen that they can capture and then obviously generate, excitement within.
And then we're all locked in, like, oh, I wonder what's gonna get spit in their mouth next week or next
I
episode.
know, and sometimes I do feel really bad for people on reality shows because I'm like, oh my God, that's crazy embarrassing, and now that's out there forever.
There's also because they get so much hate online. I heard I don't know if this is confirmed or not, but I heard that post Love Island, it's like really hard to reintegrate into like reality, and there's a few people that um have had bad experiences.
I
They're
mean, I'm
no longer
sure.
they're no longer with us.
Oh no. Oh, that's intense.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's really intense. And but I feel like again, that's something pretty like I feel like that's a thing that we know about reality television. I feel like in general we know that reality television is no good for really anyone. For anyone involved, but
Yeah.
I think obviously we live in such a weird society right now where, yeah, I think people are willing to literally do anything for fame. Like, if we didn't have any sense of like self love or shame or anything, I mean, we could be famous right now. You just do some crazy shit. You could just
Right.
literally do something insane and become famous and whatever. But I don't know. For me, sometimes I look at these people, I'm like, that's so sad. Like, personally, I think like you just, yeah, embarrassed yourself.
Listen, and it gets worse. Like I jokingly always say like, "Oh, I watch these certain shows." Like I watch shows on like Zeus Network, and they're so humiliating that I'm to the point where like I can't even watch them anymore.
Okay, I don't know how you watch them because
Just can't do it anymore.
I was watching clips of it because I again, back to I watch nothing but old shows, but I was rewatching Bad Girls Club. Yeah, I sure was. I just finished it. And that show in and of itself obviously became insane the more time that it was on because
Mhm.
it became a thing where, oh, we're literally just on this show to see what crazy fight we can have to like go viral.
Yeah. Uh,
But so then I started watching clips of the Zeus shows and I was like,
they
oh,
are
this
so
is
bad.
yeah, this is actually
So
so
bad.
terrible. I can't believe this is being filmed for entertainment and being put out there. It's crazy. And I
Yeah,
think it's really,
crazy.
really embarrassing for everybody involved. Like, Natalie freaking Nunn, I just think, like, you have a daughter, you have a little girl that is watching. Inevitably, she knows who you are. Like, there's
Yeah.
no way that you're going to be able to hide what you've done and, like, what you're out there promoting and stuff. And that's really what you want to promote is just like women dragging each other like that and literally making fools of themselves for all the world to see. Like I think it's crazy.
I think there's a special place in hell for her just because there's like more background to it. But
No,
I
a
think
100%.
ultimately like these shows are like, wow, parenting is really important. It's like what it teaches me every single time is like, wow, these people were kids at one point and somewhere their parents went wrong or were not
The parents
supportive
blew it.
or did not teach them something. So for me, I'm like, wow, it helps me literally to check my parenting when I do watch them. But anyway, um, So Love Island, is that the only thing I think I wanted to like revisit from last week? Oh, I did get to hang out with Sarah.
How did it go?
It went amazing, of course. We just yap and yap and yap. The day on Monday, we went to Oshavel, whatever, in in the city. It's like a burger place. It
Mhm.
was delicious. And it was so like Sarah is like she heals my inner child every single time I spend time with her, but we found out we literally work like 4 or 5 minute walk from each other, and so we're like
No
planning.
way!
Yes, we're planning because she's like, "Oh no, I'm close," and I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, of course." So we're like, we need to at least see each other once a week, like minimum.
Yeah, oh my God, I
Um,
think that's so exciting for you
so
guys.
exciting. She texted me the next day. She's like, knowing that you're so close makes me feel so much better. I was like, I know, I feel so much like safer just knowing that I have, part of me around this area. But we yapped. We were like little kids. We went and got dinner. We had ice cream and we just yapped our lives away for her birthday since it was the first birthday in probably 6 years that we spent apart.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, I'm always with her on her birthday. So I'm so glad I got to hang out with her, especially knowing we were coming to Indianapolis. And then the rest of my time, I'm going to be at Yanni's games. We have games today, tomorrow. We're going to do some like festival fireworks things. And yeah, it's the first 4th of July I'm without the kids, so I feel bad. And I miss them. I miss the
Yeah.
babies.
I know, I feel like I missed you guys. I haven't seen you, but when I get back from Nashville, we'll hang out.
Nashville.
Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm excited to go have some whiskey or something out there.
Oh, whiskey is crazy work.
I
We are going to. So, how do we want to end the pod this week? What are your final thoughts?
Final thoughts. So this week and then next week and potentially a week after that, maybe will be virtual. So you guys won't have to hear us complain about lighting or our microphones not working because we're gonna have little mics for the foreseeable future.
Yes. So we are going to make it work. And for me, I'm horrified. I did not, again, you guys are getting me on, I'm gonna like patent it or what is it called? Trademark it unstripped, which makes zero sense. But yeah, I'm gonna be on a a softball field. I am gonna lather my face up in sunscreen because I don't want to be old, and also because Josie gave me a really good recommendation. Shout out Josie, for the sunscreen recommendation. And then yeah, I'm just gonna spend time with the kids and whatnot. But I literally hate the codependency is serious. Like I hate being this far away from you
I
guys.
know. I know. And then we were saying like we're not going to see each other for like 2 weeks almost, but um
Yuck.
yeah,
Yuck.
I have to start packing and like my role is always like packing up all the kids, making sure that like all the stuff that they don't think about is packed, like toothbrushes and sunscreen and bug spray and medicine and
Deodorant. Yeah.
all the things. So I have to drop little Ricky is gonna go to the movies with a friend, so I have to go drop him
Period.
off. And then after that, I literally have to go to my listing to meet someone, and then I gotta come home and start packing because tomorrow's the freaking fourth. Then we have the
Yeah.
fifth, which we're gonna spend with Tony at his house. But then after that, we hit the road.
That's crazy work. But I will say, I feel like it's been really exciting to move the episodes to Spotify. That has been honestly iconic. I'm like watching all the analytics and stuff. And tell me why Sarah was like, "Oh, my mom listens." And I was like, "No."
Oh my God. Stop. That's so cute. Well, someone
So
the other
cute.
day was like, um, I was at my daughter's softball game and she had like a friend that she hasn't seen in a couple years. But the mom and I were like, cool when the girls were friends, but we haven't spoken since like her daughter moved schools. But we were playing her team, so I went up to the mom and I was like, "Oh, hi." And the first thing she says to me is, "Oh my God, I listened to your podcast." I was like,
What?
"What?" I
What
was
the
like, "Oh my
fuck?
God," because I don't even have her on social media, or I didn't have her on social media, and then I realized she was like following our TikTok and stuff. But I was like, "Oh my God." So I'm like, "Oh my God, people are like supporting us. How cute. I love it."
So cute. so, so cute.
But please support the Spotify. We really want to move to Spotify as much as possible.
Yes, yes, because we are busy people and can't be in great lighting with makeup on all the time.
Right.
But we're gonna make it work, period. And I love this for us.
Yeah.
Anyway, dude, I miss you.
I miss you too. I was really excited to film today. I was
Me
like, oh my God, I
too.
get
I
to
was
like
like,
see and talk to my sister.
and honestly, I'm having this hard transition with like, we're saving things for the pod because I need to know what's going on 24/7. Every
No, I
minute.
know, but I've been like trying to not text you about certain things. So I'm like, we got to save the energy for the pod.
Trash. Honestly, I honestly like I get it, but I hate it. Hate it so much.
No, I
All right,
know,
dude.
but
Well, enjoy your fourth. Obviously, we'll talk to each other, whatever. But like and subscribe, and yeah,
we'll
this
see you guys next week.
dun 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 dun
Okay,
dun dun.
bye.
Bye.